Has Rockstar officially given up on Red Dead Redemption 2's Red Dead Online beta? Today marks 6 months since the beta has been released, and we're gonna stop and look at the state of the beta, what's come out since release, and just where the hell the spring update is. So like I said, today or yesterday, depending on when you see this probably, has been 6 months since the beta released. Now I was one of the first people to pick the beta up and play it. I had it on the second day it was released, and then on the third day it released for everybody. The first day it was released for I think Ultimate Edition owners or something. I wasn't one at the time, so I didn't get to play that first day. However, since the second day possible to play the online beta, I have been playing. Now, initially I had really high expectations for it. I was really excited about it, and even upon playing it the first few days, I was really satisfied with it. And aside from a few minor nitpicks, I had assumed this was going to be an epic game, and that this was going to be, probably the main game that I was going to be playing for the next 6-8 months, even a year. And so I had assumed that, within that time frame, there would be a lot of significant updates and changes to the game, a number of which have been implemented. It's just kind of hard to look back now and be like, oh yeah, that was a worthwhile update, because you think about when the game released, things like gun rush didn't exist, none of the target races were in the game, or the open target race, the new target races at least. There were some horse races, but the thing I really remember back to though is the hunting nerf. That first hunting nerf really tainted the game for me, and since they nerfed hunting the first time, I would argue the game has been pretty much nothing but downhill from there. Granted, it was already a really good in a really good starting place, so it was aside from the connection issues, it's a big beautiful open world but set in a really well done, really well built 1899 or 1898, whatever the exact year is. Really well done, the map, and then of course the severe lack of content. Now I think we did not know that Rockstar was going to be pushing PvP as much as they have been. If Rockstar had disclosed that they wanted to get the PvP aspects right out of the gate, we would probably be in a different state by now. However, we are 6 months in and they've pretty much only updated PvP consistently, and then they've updated free roam in ways that kind of force you to go into PvP. This was never more apparent than when I restarted the game for Xbox. I have an entire video coming out on this, but I restarted for Xbox, and I'm gonna do Xbox like starting for the first time, and that's gonna be its own series. And upon the restart, man, nothing has hit me more than just how gold driven this game is when you're under level like 25. Literally every time you open the catalog, anything requires that you go play for at least an hour and a half, at least 2 hours before you can get anything. You can't even get a bolt action rifle until level 7. It's a little ridiculous. To be honest, I think the way that they've built this game really shows that they were trying to do a PvP playlist, a PvP game such as like Call of Duty, Battlefield, anything like that. Maybe even, I hate to say Fortnite, but Fortnite, things of that nature is where people have been going with it, where I think a lot of people were really more looking for like an Old West outlaw meets farming simulator kind of thing, to where you could have properties, ranches, and horses, but you could still go rob people and have heists and stuff like that. And we're at the point where none of that's been added. And I remember saying, in a few videos, honestly, right in the beginning of the beta, that, the beta tag was probably going to be off inside of 3 weeks or 4 weeks, maybe a month, 2 months, but definitely not longer than that. And that when they took the beta tag off, they were going to release like, properties and wagons and all kinds of stuff that they had probably already had built, that they were just going to drop into the game. That is clearly not the case anymore. I had far too much faith in Rockstar, which I think is a little ironic if you've played the story. But just, to be frank, it seems like we're in a place now where the game has kind of been left to die by Rockstar. Now, we do have a promise of a spring update coming out soon. If you look at some of the leaks from Rockstar devs and some like AMAs that people have done, it's really evident that Rockstar just has a really tough work environment, and it's hard to get things done. And Rockstar's not going to release things until they're perfect. That's why they don't have to update tunables inside the game modes, because they feel like those game modes are done perfectly. So they're not going to release stranger missions until they're perfect. They're not going to release properties or heists or anything like that until they feel like they're well done. For example, the contact missions that just released in GTA 6, I keep saying GTA 6, GTA 5 were actually pretty well done, and it took 6 or 7 years to get them out. So it's, Rockstar just doesn't release things until they're done. And as much as fans, that's annoying and it sucks. That's kind of the limbo state we're in right now. Rockstar is a very private company. They don't talk about what they're doing. They don't give any notice more than, like a week or two. And then now we're at a point where all we've had is, I bet you I can count everything that they've added to the game. They've added gun rush, 4 editions of Hold the Bag, the new target races, the Jawbone Knife, the Evans Repeater. I'm doing this off the cuff, by the way. The bounty system, the new maps, and then they fixed the Cougar Dupe glitch. They fixed the pamphlet bug, and then I think, and they added daily challenges too, and then they've added the fishing challenge and Fool's Gold. I really don't think I'm missing anything. If I am, I guarantee you I'm not missing more than like 2 or 3 things. And it's been 6 months. It has been 6 months since the beta released. They have no interest in patching bugs. They have no interest in doing anything except for pushing players into PvP so that they can, stress test their fucking servers? I don't know, because we're already putting enough strain on them, all 20,000 of the players. And it's weird. Like, frankly, it's weird to be in this spot because GTA Online had a rough launch, but it was not like this. They got the Beach Bum DLC like 2 months in, and what was really troubling was the connection for the first 2 weeks. And I've seen a lot of people who played during that time, they're like, oh, this is similar. It's not. It is not similar at all. Maybe you were younger and you have a different remembrance of it, but this is not how bad the GTA Online launch was. And this is, it's a rough spot to be in for Rockstar, but also because, we're just kind of left, like I said earlier, in limbo. We don't know when anything's coming. We don't know when this spring update is supposed to be here. Spring started 40 days ago, and in theory could end as far as 60 days from now, or 55 days from now, depending on where you are. Basically, as long as we've waited for the spring update in front of us that could be feasibly quote-unquote spring, and in reality, it's probably going to come out, later in May, but we don't know that. We haven't been told that. We're just hoping that. And, as a fan of the game, to watch, really big outlets cover this game and be like, wow, this, the online sucks. It sucks. It's like, I'm sure you guys can relate. Like, I mean, nobody who's watching this doesn't play the game, or at least doesn't own it and want it to be good. So even if you've, quit playing for a little bit or quit playing for a while, Rockstar really just has one chance to get everybody back, and that's when they remove the beta tag. And guy, it's just frustrating. Like, I try not to make as many videos like this, but they will be about 1 in 10 at this point. It's just frustrating, like, to continually cover the game and then to see, GTA Online got some new contact missions that weren't even teased. Like, they just dropped them. So should we be expecting that for Red Dead? Should we just be expecting random content to fall out of the sky? I don't think so, because if we were, we'd just be severely disappointed every day. Where should we place our loyalty? Should we be playing the game? Should we not be playing the game? Should we be looking at, other titles for 6 months until something meaningful happens? Should we be, playing the game because it's going to be updated in like 2 weeks? We just don't know. And the fact that we don't know is the biggest problem. So it feels like, as much as obviously they probably haven't left us high and dry, it feels like Rockstar has totally left the game, has totally just written it off. It feels like they don't care anymore. It feels like Rockstar just really has no real plan for the game. They don't have a real idea where it's going. If you remember back to the story mode, Dutch always said he has a plan, and if you watch a lot of the actors content, or actors and actresses, I guess, they talk about the plan that Dutch had, and the plan, as revealed by Ben, the guy who plays Dutch, was to keep moving, right? Just to keep moving, and the Pinkertons wouldn't catch them, the law wouldn't catch them, everything was gonna be fine as long as they kept moving. And I feel like that's what Rockstar kind of thinks this is. As long as they keep adding little stuff to the game, everything's gonna be fine. They've got their beta tag on there, so everything, once they pull that off, then it's really out. But that just, I don't know, man. I don't know, it's putting a sour taste in my mouth. It makes them look bad to the community. And I honestly I'm getting a little worried about Red Dead Online. Like, today is 6 months since release. At 5 months, it's not any better at 6 months than it was at 5 months, 4 months, 3 months, or 2 months. I can hear an argument that at 6 months it's better than it was at month 1, but that's about it. I mean, honestly, not even, because you could make money way easier in the first month of the beta before they nerfed the hunting prices. So it's just, it's just frustrating, guys. I don't really know where else to take this, to be honest with you. I don't want to turn this into a 22-minute rant video. I was talking with some people in I think it was an Xbox party earlier yesterday. They were saying they really like these videos where I just kind of go off the cuff. So this has been my thoughts on, where is Rockstar? What's up? Have they totally left the playing field? Where are the developers for the game that we've all been playing almost every day for 6 months? Because they don't seem to be even interested in updating the game. So I don't know, man. Comment below what you guys think. Do you think Rockstar has dropped the ball with this, or do you think they still have 6 months? Do you think everything's gonna change for them when they take the beta tag off? Do you think they've got a bunch of tricks up their sleeve? I would love to hear what you guys think in the comment section down below. Don't take this the wrong way. There is always going to be Red Dead content on this channel. I mean, I say always loosely, but for the next few years, there's going to be Red Dead content on this channel. So I'm very excited to keep covering the game, but I want the game to be substantially better than it is. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that if you followed this channel, but somebody at Take-Two, somebody at Rockstar, really needs to step up their game, or really needs to put their foot down, or really needs to get fired. I don't know what, I don't know which, but I hope it happens. So that's been me. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, drop it a like down below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn the notification bell on if you are interested in receiving future content. YouTube, I guess, just doesn't even count subscribers as a thing anymore. So if you want to reliably see my videos, hit the notification bell. I do upload every day. There's a lot of content, and especially I noticed the last few videos people have not been seeing as much. I don't know if that's just YouTube not pushing them or what, but go check out the channel. We did a playthrough of Red Dead 1, not all the way through, we just started a new playthrough of Red Dead 1. We did the best and worst weapons in Red Dead Redemption 2 online, and a bunch more stuff. So just go check out the channel. Everything recently has been super high quality, so I'm trying to push the envelope here and do better and better videos. But that is going to be it. Thank you guys for tuning in, like I said earlier, and I'll see you very soon with a brand new Red Dead Redemption 2 online beta video. Peace.